Hello everyone. Today we are going to have a very short discussion on letters and the different types of letters. So what are basically letters? Letters basically means it is a method of written communication to express our feelings, our emotions, to express any kind of news, any kind of complaints, grievances, or to address any kind of situation. Maybe we want to provide any kind of suggestion to a friend. Maybe we have a requirement for something, so we have to ask for some advices, or maybe we are going to we need the list of the items or the list of the products from any place, or maybe we have to put forward any kind of order. So in all these situations we need to have a very good concept of letter writing. Today on our first topic itself is what is a letter and what are the various forms or various types of letters in very short and very crisp way. First of all, we are going to discuss that what are letters. Letters are basically methods of or ways of written communication to talk to people or to communicate with someone, whether they are residing nearby or whether they are residing at faraway places. Today, those letters have been broken up into simple short messages. So that's where WhatsApp and other social networking like Messenger, Facebook Messenger, Snapchat or Telegram, everything is coming into play. So we don't write so much lengthy messages anymore. Instead, we write short messages and start a conversation. But earlier times, letter was indeed a very golden period of communication. The only thing which was a drawback was the speed of getting the response back. Otherwise, letter still holds much of significance today in case of all official, and it holds a special sentimental value because someone is putting the time to write down all those feelings and all those desire of heart's content in a letter to someone. Okay, so let us quickly discuss about the various types of letter. Now, letters can broadly be classified as letters. Now, letters basically they are means of written communication, and then what? And they are used to express ideas, desire, emotions, requirements, any kind of news or complaints, etc. Now, what are the different categories of letters? The different categories of letters, broadly we can divide them into formal letters or official letters, then informal letters or friendly letters, and emails. Okay, emails or electronic mails. Now, formal letters, the word formal itself means official. The word formal means what? Official letters. Okay, so under official letters we can have various subcategories of letters. One of the very important categories, especially at the student level, is editorial letters. So editorial letters, what do they mean? Editorial letters basically might be like the theme might be given in the question, or you might have certain feeling or certain opinion regarding any particular topic or any particular issue which is there in your mind or which is affecting the society or your locality at present, and you can write a letter to the editor of a newspaper or to the editor of any magazine to address that query, or even to put forward that issue in the broader public, in front of the broader public. So here we have formal letters or official letters. The different kinds of or subcategories of formal letters are given here. One is first of all editorial letter. Then under editorial letters we might have be writing on social issues, various kind of social issues making the society. We might be writing on political issues, various types of political issues, and our opinions on regarding not just political in the sense not just supporting any party or pointing out any problems with any party, but basically discussing about politics in the sense of policy making or policy issues. Suppose there is some kind of new policy which is there in the which has been passed or cleared by the government, and you as a citizen of that country or you as a resident of that state might have certain certain thoughts and certain opinions regarding this issue. So in that case you can write those letters, and those will not only come under social issues, but since it is related to policy making, it will fall under political issue and written to the editor of a newspaper or any kind of magazine or any kind of publication for such. Next one is the third type under editorial letters is economical issues. Economical issues, for example, economics affecting finances, daily finances of the common man, or any kind of any kind of financial issues can be discussed under economical issues. The next one is health and mental issues. We are not just talking about individual health. For example, we are fortunate to have survived the COVID situation. So maybe regarding any policy making or regarding any situation regarding COVID patients, the people who have written letters regarding this matter or articles in the newspaper regarding this matter, so those things can come when they are sent in the form of a letter. They will come under health and medical issues. Okay, or for example, when students write about what do we say? When students write about, for example, write to the editor of a newspaper regarding the spread or increasing cases of malaria or dengue in your society. So in those cases, they will fall under health and medical issues later. There can be lots of other issues which have not been discussed yet, so I have just left it blank. So there are a very broad category and range of issues with regards to editorial letter. Okay. Next one is official letter. Next official letter in the sense very strictly official or bureaucratic, which I would like to add, bureaucratic kind of letters. So under these we can come under or any kind of administrative or administration related letters, whether it is lower management, middle management or upper management, they can come under different kinds of bureaucratic or administrative letters. For example, circulars. So circulars are issued by the administration from time to time regarding spread of information or regarding any kind of direction. They come under circulars. The next one is notification. So notification is regarding any kind of we get notices from the administrative side, or students get notices from the respective departments or from the head of the institution. They come under notification. The third one is a memorandum. Memorandum might also contain certain slight changes or slight reminders from time to time. So they will come under memorandums or any kind of understanding. So we call them as memorandums of understanding signed between different governments or companies, okay, which are going into merger or partnership. Next one would be endorsement. Any kind of endorsement. We are endorsing this product, we are endorsing this service, okay, or we are praising this service, or we are kind of recommendation. The next one is press release. Okay, so press release, for example, any kind of institution or any kind of big company, they are going to give a big announcement. For example, recently, the telecom industries, the increase in the or hike in the prices of different kinds of plans. So when they came forward with the announcement, first of all, when they got in the press and started to give this announcement in front of this press, so that can be termed as the written one, can be termed as a press release. Okay. The third subcategory under formal letters is official complaint letters and suggestions. It can include complaints and suggestions to various departments, various branches of government, any public office, any private office, even to schools or institutions, colleges, or even to different sub-departments as well. The next category is recommendations. Recommendations in the sense, what can you include under recommendations? Like any kind of recommendation for a job. Suppose you are applying for a job and you have asked for, the office is asking for some kind of recommendation. So you have approached your seniors who are already working in that company, or who have been a part of that company, or perhaps you are asking your mentors and instructors, or your trainers or teachers to give certain recommendation or to recommend you to that position. So those kind of letters will be known as recommendation letters. Okay, and these are very vital in case of job applications, because it gives a positive, it creates a much more positive and vibrant image regarding you. Okay, so this does add to a quantitative and qualitative advantage in any kind of competition. Next one is applications. Applications are very common in case of students. Under applications, basically we are discussing about NEET applications as a student. So NEET applications are very common, have been doing it since class 1 or 2. And then we have job applications. So job applications, so when you are entering class 12 or senior classes, class 12, and then you are crossing class 12 entering into college life. So you must know how to write a job application. The next one is business letters. So under business letters, we have various types of them. For example, when we are inquiring about any product or service, okay, the terms and conditions, what are the various facilities which we are going to get, or what are the different advantages we are going to get by using that product. So all those come under that, all those come under these inquiries and their responses. So that kind of constant communication after inquiring everything, after doing about the price of the items and services, we might be interested in putting the order or giving the order or ordering the items. So in that case, we will talk about is cancellations. Okay. So we are placing an order or suppose to find that what order or we want to cancel that product or service, then we have to write a cancellation. Apart from this, there are lots of different scenarios where we have to communicate with the brand. For example, opening an account, modifying an existing account from savings to current, from current to like fixed deposit or recurring deposit. Okay. Or suppose opening up a mutual fund, opening up a portfolio, and opening up any kind of insurance, so banking insurance, maybe suppose regarding railways, etc. Then there might be cases where you as a landlord, you might want to write to a tenant, or maybe you as a tenant, when you are going away and staying in a different locality, or you are staying in a different city. In that case, you might be interested in you will have to write letters to your landlord regarding terms and conditions of service, or regarding if there is any kind of issue which you are facing as a tenant, then you might be interested in. You have to write to your landlord as well as to make a smooth flow of communication and avoid any kind of miscommunication. So tenants, and obviously for booking also, we have to write letters. These just bookings are just online, one simple touch. But in certain cases, for example, we are booking a tour to a certain place, and in that case, we have to communicate with that company using letters based on how we are going to book. Okay, so these are very simple ones, not very not very elaborate or not very fancy words. Simple letters written to the point, and business letters and formal letters have to be written to the point. We cannot exaggerate every bit of information there. We have to be very precise, because the other person is very busy, and we have to appreciate their time, so that we don't end up wasting the time and losing respect in their eyes. Okay. The next one is, since formal letters are done, just a quick recap. So what are formal letters? Formal letters basically means official letters. Okay. Under official letters we have editorial letters, official letters, suggestions, recommendations, applications, business letters, and so on. Okay. Next one. So next category is informal letters or friendly letters. What are the various types? The various types might include personal letters to family, friends, relatives. One might include invitations. Invitations here also. Invitations also come under this official letter if you are putting forward an official invitation. Or for example, in the case, suppose you are a student, you are putting an invitation to the head of the institution, and you are going to send to the head of the institution. Suppose for any kind of program that students are going to level. Okay. Or maybe you are going to invite a guest lecturer, or maybe you are going to invite a celebrity to speak or have a lecture, or maybe as a chief guest any kind of program organized. So in those cases, invitations will also those will be known as formal invitation, and they will also fall under official format of letters. So invitations, we are talking basically about personal invitations as well. Congratulatory letters. So suppose your friend has landed a job and you want to congratulate him. Someone is getting married. Okay. So in that case, we are going to congratulate him. Someone has won the lottery, or someone is finally successful after a long period of struggle. So in those cases, we are going to focus on congratulatory letters. The next one is apology letters. Apologies in the sense like I am sorry. So this kind of we have faced up some situation, we are having a misunderstanding with someone. So in those cases, we can write even a short apology letter to show our regret and express regret regarding the guilt. Now this thing we have to keep in mind, both as a sender as well as receiver of the letter, that the first person to apologize is basically the person who is going to, or who is interested not to deteriorate or the situation, or not to put the relationship, whether it is friendship or whether it is any kind of relationship, at risk. Okay. So the first person to apologize doesn't necessarily mean just an apology. basically means that you preserve something, you value that bond, and you don't want to like ruin it. Okay, doesn't necessarily mean just saying sorry, doesn't necessarily always mean that you are the person who is guilty. So it might be that there is a kind of misunderstanding, some confusion, okay, so disagreements. But if we value the bond, and if that person is special enough for us, okay, or if those people are very important for us in our lives, then in that case, like it should be a general rule to say or to apologize, be the first one to apologize. Achha, coming after apology letters, next we have condolence letters and sympathy letters. Similarly, in the case, like for example, someone has lost something very important or something very precious to them. In those cases, we can write down some sympathy letters to them, expressing our sympathies or sadness, and basically sympathizing with them. At the same time, if suppose someone has lost someone very dear to that person, okay, so if someone is losing someone very dear to them, so in that case, someone is losing a family member, or suppose father, mother, brother, sister, son, daughter, okay, wife, husband. So in that case, we have to write condolence letters to express our sympathies, and this goes a bit it shows a bit more support, emotional support at the times when they are most important. So I think apology letters and condolence letters, we don't normally discuss it. Nobody basically discusses it during school life. But I think these carry a very special sentimental value and emotional value, because people are at their worst condition in terms of heartbroken condition, and at those times, if we show even a bit of sympathy and support, that means a lot to our loved ones. The last one is thank you letters, not the last one, but thank you letters to thank someone for being there in times of need and for always supporting us, or even to show us or guide us, to demarcate between the right and the wrong, and give us a good advice. So in that case also we can write a small thank you letter to meet that person, to acknowledge that person's efforts, that person's care, and that person's guidance. Okay. So broadly, these are the two categories of letters. Formal letters we have discussed, informal letter types we have discussed, and under informal letters, so all kinds of personal letters, all kinds of personal invitations, congratulatory letters, apology letters, condolences and sympathy letters, and thank you letters, everything related on a personal level, also the informal or friendly letters. The third one is emails. The emails can combine both these letters, so you can write down emails regarding any of these things. So you can write a editorial format, you can write a recommendation on you when you grow up. You might be able in such a position and you have such a reputation that you can recommend someone some deserving candidate a recommendation for their jobs. So emails is a broad category, and the format, email format is almost same in the sense the same in most of the cases. So emails will be not written down the subcategories because it can include email can run any of the issues, whether it is right. So this is all regarding letters and different types of formal, informal, and emails, the different categories and subcategories of letters. So that's all for now.